this is part 2 of chat number 183, and it is titled, What Happens in Your Body When You're Stressed? We are all under a lot of stress right now. Part 2 is going to be and you're most welcome, Cindy. So part 2 is going to be some cooking. It's going to be some super, super simple, easy cooking. So I need to know who has kids that are going back to school soon in the next couple of weeks. I know, I'm just raising my hand to show y'all what to do. So give me a thumbs up, give me some hearts. If you're not watching with us live, just go ahead and comment. But who's got kids going back to school, or you're a teacher and you're getting ready to go back to school, or you're getting ready to go back to work. So I'm especially interested in the kids, though. Who's got kids that are actually returning to school? So I know we've got a lot of virtual learners, like here in Knox County. They've got some choices to make. They can either send their kids back to school, or they can do virtual online learning, or some combination of that. And yes, Sylvia, these are super, super easy. And lucky for us, Jessica's posting them now, so you might even get all 3 of these posted like this week, like the same week. What? That's never happened before. But anyway, so who's got kids going back? So I saw a couple of thumbs up. The reason I'm asking about kids is because we're all in such a weird, funky routine right now. I mean, like a weird, funky routine right now. And Maureen's son is starting college this fall, and she's a teacher going back to school. Yeah, and Jessica is posting the link to the closure group if you want to grab that. So these are 3 things. So what I did is I came up with 3 things that would be super easy for trying to get back into some kind of a routine. If you're like Marianne's daughter is going to be homeschooling. Okay, yeah, maybe that's different. I don't know. Trish has got the 3 grandkids. So all of us are trying to figure out oh my gosh, what are we going to do with these kids? We've had them home. So the kids have been home now, depending on which state you live in, the kids have been home now for the world's longest summer. Like, we've never had this much summer. So we've been feeding, because things that you would normally, go, oh, yeah, my kids they'll be home for a couple of months in the summer. We've worn all that stuff out. So all of the little after school things, like my mom used to always keep Bagel Bites and, Bagel Bites, Hot Pockets, and Totino's pizza rolls. Y'all remember those? She used to keep those in the freezer all the time because we would come home from school starving to death. I mean, we really thought that we were going to die. We were so hungry. So she always kept those in the freezer so that we could come home from school, make them ourselves. We were at no risk of burning the house down. So all 3 of these are not going to heat up the kitchen, won't burn the house down. Kids kids that are old enough can probably handle them themselves. I'm going to say 12 and older. I don't know why I'm saying 12. I'm sure y'all have got some responsible 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds and maybe 8 or 9-year-olds, but I'm just going to say for safety's sake, let's just call it 12. But this is, not going to accidentally leave the stove on, not going to melt something in the stove, not going to burn the house down. And oh my gosh, I only have 10% of my battery left. What on earth? Hold on. We may have to do something here. I don't know if I'm going to make it a whole nother 25 minutes on 10% battery. I told you my iPad restarted itself. So, what are we going to do here? Well, let me just have some real quick thoughts here. So I'm going to talk super, super fast. And if I have to pick y'all back up on my phone, I will just have to pick y'all back up on my phone. But what we're going to make is 3 things in the air fryer. So the air fryer is easy. It doesn't heat up the kitchen. Children that are semi-responsible should be able to pick it back up. And I will say again, if my iPad dies for some reason, please come right back and I'll pick y'all back up. I promise I'll come right back on my phone because you want to see these. Sorry about the iPad. It's so finicky right now. Okay, so 3 things in the air fryer, but all 3 of them, because we're going to make this kid-friendly and we're going to make this simple for kids, we are going to use wonton wrappers. So I don't know if y'all have ever used wonton wrappers or not before. I find this so funny. The live button is flashing. Oh, Haley says the live button is flashing. I wonder what that means. So I may have to go ahead and get off and come back on my phone. But I find this so funny that this says Soya vegan wonton wrappers. I think they've always, and it says new. I think they've always been vegan. I'm pretty sure they've always been vegan because my mom used to eat them all the time. But anyway, so So if we do go away, I'll come, you know what? I'll just go ahead and get my phone ready just in case. But anyway, so I will go, I'll come right back if I do lose you, but all these are going to be on the wonton wrappers because those are super, super easy. You just really can't go wrong with them. They're easy for kids to, you know, to use. They're easy for kids to peel apart. Okay, so just in case we have to come back, I've got us all set up and ready. Okay, but anyway, so these are the Soya wonton wrappers. Do keep them in an airtight container after you open them because they dry out really fast. So I've already got my little container over here ready to go. They are this big, and 3 of them is 1 Smart Point. So we're gonna make 3 different things with the Soya wonton wrappers. So we do need our air fryer basket, and I use a Simple Living Products air fryer. I'm going to get these ready real quick to go in here. For this first recipe, we're going to do a savory cream cheese wonton. And Maureen says she doesn't have an air fryer, and is there an alternative? Yes, you can make these in the oven too. You could make them in a toaster oven. I was just trying to make something that was easy, you know, for kids to make, but you could totally have them make these in the toaster oven. So, okay, so what we're going to do is use the wonton wrappers. We're going to use 6 in each recipe. So I'm going to line up 6. This one's going to be a savory cream cheese one. I'm going to line up 6 of them in the bottom of my air fryer. And they're going to overlap just a little bit, but that is okay because the overlapping helps them to not fly around in the air fryer. So we have, if y'all can see this, we have 6 wonton wrappers in the bottom of the air fryer. We're going to add this first one. I'm going to make it vegetarian. So actually it's pretty much going to be vegan, but I'm going to make this first one vegetarian or vegan. You do not have to make them vegetarian or vegan. I just needed a vegetarian or vegan option. You could use regular cream cheese, but this is the tofutti cream cheese, and I have let it, so this is a vegan cream cheese. I have let it come to room temperature, and the recipe, Jessica will be posting soon, so I'm not going to give you totals just yet because we need to talk fast. I did not, okay, Betty wants to know if I spritzed first. I did not because my Simple Living Products air fryer, the instructions that come with it, you season it before you use it the first time, and seasoning it means you do not have to spritz the bottom. I am going to spritz the tops though. So we're going to put some, again, this is some tofutti vegan cream cheese, and and I'll show it to you here in just a second. I'm just spreading this on the bottom of each one of these. And because Jessica is going to be posting the recipes so soon, I'm not going to stop and give you all of the totals, because even if the iPad doesn't die, we're going to be lucky to get all 3 of these made in 30 minutes. And if you notice, I'm just using my finger. You could, if you wanted to put the cream cheese on these first before you put them in the air fryer, you could just use like a little spatula or something, or a little spreader to spread that out. And here is my last one for the cream cheese, and I'll show you that here in just a second. So, and because I'm here alone, I get to lick my fingers. Okay, so that is a little bit of the tofutti cream cheese. You could use fat-free cream cheese, regular cream cheese, or low fat. And if you can see that, that's what they look like with the cream cheese on there. Then, because I am making this a meatless version, and you don't have to be meatless. We have some people in our Sunday school class that make something similar to this, and they do cream cheese and they add sausage crumbles, and it is so good. But these are beefless crumbles. If you wanted to keep it, you know, vegetarian, I'm going to sprinkle about a teaspoon of the veggie crumbles on each one of these. And again, I will pick it up here in just a second and show you what it looks like. You do not have to make it vegetarian or vegan if you don't want to. And the veggie crumbles come frozen, and they look just like ground beef. Like, you would never know that this wasn't ground beef. It even smells like ground beef. I don't understand that. but you're going to sprinkle that on there. So there's what they look like with the veggie crumbles on there. Then to that, because again, we're making this the vegetarian or the vegan one, you can use regular cheese if you're not vegetarian or vegan. I'm going to use 6 teaspoons of Daiya shredded mozzarella shreds. So again, I'm going to put about a teaspoon on each one. Hold on, buddy. See, and it smells like, I'm telling you, it smells like hamburger. And so Dusty's crying because it smells like hamburger. Okay. So this is what they look like. And how easy would this be for your kids to do? So if your kids were home alone, if they came home from school, or if they're still stuck at home or whatever, and then you're going to spritz them lightly, you can use some nonstick spray. This is just my Evo sprayer. You are going to put this one in the savory cream cheese wontons. You are going to, oh, and Trish is exactly right. Turkey pepperonis would be so good. You're going to put this one in your air fryer for on 350 for 5 minutes, and then we're going to get the second one going. So remember to scoop your basket in. Don't shove it in. Push the start button. Take the temperature down to 350. And we're going to do that one for 5 minutes. So that's going to go for 5 minutes. Then the second one of the ingredients is already done because I do have 2 air fryers. So one of the ingredients for this one is already done. This one is going to be if they want something sweet when they get home from school. So I have made one of my air fryer baked apples. And so the air fryer baked apple recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So if you just go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and look up air fryer baked apples, or and Trish, it was a teaspoon on each, so 1 teaspoon on each of those. So if you go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, you will be able to find the baked apple, the air fryer baked apple recipe. And again, you can bake apples in your, you can bake apples in the oven. You don't have to do it in the air fryer, but in the air fryer, the baked apples, it's 260 degrees for 20 minutes. And so this is an apple, and it's just a regular apple, and and I cored the center of it out, and then it has a teaspoon. It's got a little bit of spray on it, and then a teaspoon of Trivia baking blend, and then some cinnamon on there. And so this is what the baked apple looks like when it comes out of the air fryer. And for this next one, we're going to go ahead and cut it up. Now, if you had just, with a knife that I thought was sharper than this, okay, this is the dullest knife. So if you had just taken this out of the air fryer, you would want to wait until it cooled off. This I cooked before the chat started, so it's been sitting up there for a little bit. And you're going to want to go ahead and cut your apple up into chunks. So it's nice and soft, still just a teeny tiny bit crisp. But you're going to find the air fryer baked apple recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So you can go ahead and go over there and grab it. And these are really good by themselves too, but we're going to put them on the wontons. So we're going to get these going on some more wonton wrappers. And Dusty thinks we are really making something good here. I don't know if y'all can hear him or not, but he is really interested in what we've got going on up here. Okay, so after, and y'all are being extremely quiet except for, oh, there's Jessica. Okay, so Jessica just posted the link to the recipe. So the link to the air fryer baked apple recipe. So those are really good on their own. But you are definitely going to need that for this recipe. So let me cut up just a little bit more, because by the time I get this cut up, it'll already be time to check on our other wontons. And hopefully by some miracle, the iPad battery is going to last more than 10 more minutes. Because I don't know what happens if it goes off at 10 minutes. And if this is recorded or not. Okay. So, one more slice to be ready. And again, this is so easy. I mean, the kids can do it. You could do it as a quick snack when you get in. I'm definitely going to be having these And Betty, it doesn't really matter what kind of apple I always have crisp apples. So, oh, we have 5% battery remaining. So I tell you what, real quick, I'm gonna finish this one just so that we can start fresh. So everybody, pretty please come right back. Okay, so everybody come back. Come right back. We had to start again because the iPad that had to be restarted today lost power. So I don't know, it's still having problems. So I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and get that Mevo camera, but I'm gonna give you all just a few minutes to come back. I know that there were more of you all here than what I'm seeing so far. So please, everybody come back in. This is not a brand new video. We are just finishing out the last one. Oh, and we are ready. These wontons are ready. Okay, so our first batch is ready. So, yay, thank you, Kathy. Okay, so these are the ones that we put in first. This was the savory, and I'm gonna get them out. Oh, and you know what? I did not get a plate. Oh, please. Okay, so these were the savory ones. Yay, and I'm so happy that y'all are coming back. But these are the savory ones. So these had the cream cheese, and actually just let them sit in there for just a minute just to kind of firm up a little bit. We will switch to the other air fryer while those are firming up just a little bit. They'll get more crisp. They'll get more crisp as they sit. Actually, these could probably use just another minute. Okay, and in the meantime, we're going to put 6 more wonton wrappers. And thank you all so much for coming back. We're going to put 6 more wonton wrappers in the other air fryer. So obviously most of you all do not have 2 air fryers at home. So you would just do these one at a time. And honestly, you probably wouldn't even be making all 3 on the same day. But so we're going to put 6 more wonton wrappers in here. And this is why I tell everybody, because everybody's like, oh, but you know, I wanted to get the smallest air fryer. Hello, Stacy. And I'm like, no, get the biggest one you can get. So you're literally on top of your wontons, you're gonna put a few of the apples on each one. You're just gonna put them straight on there. Yes, we hear you. And Casey's gonna have a good time tomorrow. Oh, Patsy does. Hello, Linda. Patsy does have 2 air fryers. That is awesome. So you're gonna put a little stack in each one. Okay, and okay, this is why I say the kids can do it. So that just powered off. So once it cooled down, it powered off. So even if your kids walk off and forget it, all they can do is, you know, if they put it on for too long, all they can do is burn what's in there. It's not going to continue to stay hot, you know, like a regular stove, and, you know, continue to stay hot and burn the house down. Now, we're going to spritz these just lightly. Again, you don't want too much on there. And we're going to put these in for the apple. These are apple pie wontons, and we have something to add when they get done, but I want to show you these others first. So these, 350 for about 5 minutes, and you're going to have to check. It's going to depend on the wattage of your air fryer. Okay, so power button. Temperature down to 350, time down to about 5 minutes. We're going to take the savory ones out, put those on a plate and see what they look like. Oh, they're looking good. And remember, they're going to be hot. Hello, Rita. They're going to be super hot, so be careful with them. And these are great, again, for kids coming home for an after-school snack. If you've just run out of things to give them, you know, since they've been home all for the world's longest summer. And if I wasn't trying to do this live, these would have slid right out. And because the bottom of our Simple Living Products air fryer was pre-seasoned, because I pre-seasoned it before we started using it, then it is, these are not sticking at all. They're just, I don't know if you can hear them or not, but they're just sliding, they're sliding right off because it's pre-seasoned. Okay, we've got one more. Okay, this is what they look like. This is what the savory ones look like when they're done. And I'm gonna try one here for you in just a second. But see how easy that was? It took me longer to get the phone set back up since we ran out of battery. It took me longer to get the phone set back up than it did to make these. So it was maybe 5 minutes of prep time, and then it was like 5, 6 minutes in the air fryer. So this is the savory one, and it's hot, but we're gonna go ahead and try it. So again, great for kids, great for husbands that are at home and don't know what to make, great for you. I'm gonna watch them, you know, hello, Rhonda. I'm gonna be making these at work this week because I have the whole thing of wonton wrappers, and there are, let's see how many are in here. 17 times 3. Uh-oh, somebody do the math on that for me. Let's try this. Oh yeah. Super good. Super, super good. These are all 350. So Trish said, what's the temperature on those savory ones? They're all 350. So 350 for 5 minutes. And this one, I'm gonna try it with just a little bit. I'm gonna try it with just a little bit of Dax. This is Dax Spices BB Queen. I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit of that on there and see what it tastes like. Or we're waiting on this other one to cook. Oh no, we've only got 5 minutes to do the last one. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, definitely put the BB Queen on there. Definitely. Wow, that was super good. Okay, the last one. Takes just a little bit of prep work. It's not too bad. You're gonna need the pan that came with your Simple Living Products air fryer. And again, we're gonna take 6 wonton wrappers, but we're gonna take them one at a time. This one is gonna be a s'mores one, so you're gonna want to pay attention. You're gonna do them one at a time. So I'm gonna take one wonton wrapper. Here, I'll do this on a paper plate first so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna take one wonton wrapper, and I'm gonna put 3 or 4 mini marshmallows in the middle. And then I'm gonna take, these are just mini marshmallows. These are Lily's dark chocolate chips. And we're gonna put about 6 of those in the center. And then to make it stick, because you're gonna wanna fold these over. So to make it stick, this is just plain water. Bye, Sandra. Hello, Divine. So you're gonna take plain water and you're gonna make a stripe. You're not gonna trying to get it soaking wet, you're trying to make it sticky, but you're gonna make a stripe around there. And then you're gonna fold it over and press it down. So you're gonna make like a little pocket. And trust me, you're gonna wanna make the little pocket or it's all gonna come squishing out. So that's what you're gonna end up with, is a little triangle. So you're gonna end up with a little triangle pocket. And then you're gonna line the little dish with them. So while that's cooling down, let me check them and make sure. Oh yeah, those look good. Okay, so while those are cooling down, we're gonna quickly make a couple more of these. So we'll do like 3 or 4 marshmallows. about 6 chocolate chips. Dip your finger in the water, make a line, make a line, make a line, make a line. Fold it over and press down. So again, you're making little pockets, making little pockets. Hello, Melissa. Y'all hang with me. This is we're gonna go over our time, but you know, it wouldn't be a trip with me if we didn't go over our time. A couple more chocolate chips. And I'll tell you what, we'll just make 3 so that I can get these in there for you. Oh my goodness, Dusty's about to pass out. I don't know if y'all can hear him or not, but he is just about to pass out. Because I've got the ones with the meat on them are just out of his reach. Okay, so basically, and Kim, I have a Simple Living Products air fryer. So basically you're gonna keep going. You're just gonna circle the pan with those. So you would make 6 of them if we had time. Barely spritz, spritz, spritz. Barely spritz, or you can use, you know, nonstick spray. And we're gonna put this back in this air fryer. I'm gonna use the pan. I'm gonna put it down in the pan. And this one we're gonna do 350 for 4 minutes. So time down to, down to 350. Nope, temperature down to 4 minutes. While that's cooking, we are going to get out our apple pie ones. Dusty, you're okay, buddy. And you can't have any of this. Actually, Dusty's vet just told us no more human food because he actually has puppy pancreatitis, so no more human food. So he's really, really, really upset. Okay, I'm just gonna get 3 of these out so I can show you how to finish these off while we wait on the s'mores. And by the way, the savory are 2 points each. These kind of desserty ones are only 1 point each. So next, we're gonna take, and thank you, Jessica just posted the link for the air fryer that I use. We're gonna use this Betty Crocker cookie icing. This does not have to be refrigerated, super easy to use, but you're just gonna do, it's high in points though, so don't use much. So you're just gonna do a little drizzle, just a little drizzle, because we're trying to use less than a tablespoon on all of these. So just a little drizzle on top. So it's the Betty Crocker, here, let me hold this up. It's the Betty Crocker cookie icing. So now you have this super, super easy little apple pie, kind of little apple pie wonton. Let's see how this one is. So yummy. That little bit of drizzle is perfect, and that apple is baked perfectly. It's baked absolutely perfectly. 1 smart point on green per wonton. The savory one is 2 smart points per wonton. And then let's check on the s'mores and see how they're doing. They are looking good. So y'all are gonna have to hang out with me for 2 more minutes to wait on those. 2 more minutes. So it is already 9 o'clock. Let me remind you, while we're waiting on the s'mores to come out, let me remind you that if you're watching this on YouTube, please, sorry, I have icing on my lips. So remember when we were closing our eyes and tasting something? I'm tasting icing. So just let me remind you while we're waiting on our s'mores to come out that if you were watching this on YouTube, hello Kathy, you're going to go ahead and want to watch the next video up here. We have 182 other videos. And Kathy, we are running over, so you're just in time. We have 182 other videos that you can watch up here. Let's see. Yeah, go ahead and hit subscribe and remember to click the little bell so that you'll be notified when we have new videos coming out. We have one just about every week. Definitely have a chat every week. If you are watching this on YouTube, if you click here, that is going to be to subscribe. So this one is the next video. This one is to subscribe. And then the next one is for a spread shirt, and we are taking Rosie's advice and getting an apron made for the second half. And Barbara, no, I am in the Eastern time zone. So I am eating, this is my dinner, and it is 9 o'clock. Yeah, so we're getting ready. Okay, let me check these again. Okay, because the air fryer was already hot, I'm taking these out 1 minute early so that they don't explode. So normally you would be starting with a cool air fryer, not with one that's already hot. So I'm gonna let these cool off for just a second. Oh my gosh, I can smell them. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Oh, these smell so good. They smell so good. Okay, and I'm gonna put them on here with my apple ones and let them cool off for just a second before I take a bite. But since we will be ending after 9, I wanna quickly tell you all, thank you so much for being here. Jessica will get these posted. Hopefully she'll get all 3 of them posted this week. Super easy, super yummy. I mean, you can see we made, if I hadn't had to stop and fix the phone from the iPad, we would have made 18 wontons in 30 minutes. So surely your kids can do this. Surely to goodness your kid, your husband, or just you can do this. Okay, let me try one before everybody starts running off. I see that Carol is leaving. So here's what it looks like when you get done. And you can see that everything's getting melty in the bottom, and the marshmallows turn into, like, I don't know, it's like they crystallize or something. Oh, very hot. That's so good. Oh my gosh, those are so good. So those are the s'mores ones. Those are also 1 smart point on green. So, okay, everybody have an amazing evening. Jessica is going to get those up as soon as possible. Casey, we'll get the YouTube posted tomorrow so that y'all can go ahead and watch this on YouTube. She will have the 2 videos combined, so you will not have to sit through it. And hopefully she will chop out the middle where I go, oh no, we're running out of power. But everyone have an amazing week. I will see you next week. Don't forget to do your homework. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, all of our new ladies, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I will see you all later. Y'all have a great week. Bye-bye. See you next week.